What's up, guys? Welcome to today's show. We're going to be talking about some buy low players in Dynasty Fantasy Football. If you're looking for more Dynasty content specifically, make sure to page through the Faceoff YouTube channel. Or if you want, I also have my own channel, Dynasty Drip. I'm going to link it in the bio. Both of these channels are here to help you win your Dynasty League. So let's get today's video kicked off with our first buy low player for the video, and that's going to be a wide receiver, and it's going to be Rome Odunze. Man, I think for me, Rome Odunze was a top pick last year. He had kind of a weird start just to his career in general. I think Caleb didn't perform last year. DJ Moore was there. Keenan Allen was there. Now, a couple things have changed, right? Ben Johnson's coming in. I think the offensive system will be better. They upgraded the offensive line, which is a big key for a guy like Caleb Williams, who likes to run around a bit and needs some attention on the interior offensive line. They protected that. Obviously, no Keenan Allen as of now, too. So I think Rome Odunze's role is going to step up. I mean, some people may be surprised, but Keenan Allen had a very big touchdown season last year. So I think there is definitely space for DJ Moore and for Rome Odunze to both kind of operate within the system. And, you know, when it comes down to it, Rome Odunze is going to be a higher drafted wide receiver than most likely any of the wide receivers in this specific rookie class. And that's something I am looking to take advantage of, basically. Now, my trade idea here for today is, can I use 109 and a late third next year to go get Rome Odunze? On KTC, it says it's a fair trade. And for me, I just prefer Rome Odunze to the players that are going to be going in the late first if you're looking for a wide receiver. Now, I understand if you're targeting a running back, how you may be going after some of these players that are going to slip to the late first. You know, maybe you get a Henderson, a Judkins, something like that. And if you're going running back, I totally understand. I think if you're going wide receiver, I like going after Odunze. And I think throwing in the third on top might just be enough of a kicker to get this trade done for your Dynasty team. A little coffee time. Now, next, we're going to talk about a veteran tight end, someone who had a great season last year, and I think is just being undervalued a bit in Dynasty Fantasy Football, and that's going to be Jonnu Smith, man. Now, Jonnu Smith was a top guy last year. Basically, the second half of the season, Jonnu Smith was on an absolute tear. I remember picking him up in one of my auction redraft leagues, and I just rode Jonnu Smith, dude, the whole second half of the season. He scored in so many games. He had some big games, some big plays. Jonnu Smith is an athletic guy. He's a little older at this point. But, you know, with Miami, I think he's going to continue to be involved. They like to get the ball out of Tua's hands. That's what they've shown they want to do to keep Tua healthy. They're going to get it out quick. What better than an athletic tight end that can get schemed open by McDaniel? So for me, Jonnu Smith is a good veteran buy if you're looking for either A, tight end depth, or be a potential starting tight end if you've kind of been rolling with more of a committee in the last couple of years. And I think Jonnu Smith is very attainable, and that's why I like him. My trade idea here is, can I send over Isaac Guerrero, a guy I've suggested trading before on my own channel, but just someone who I think is either going to be a backup, or B, dude, if they draft someone there in San Francisco, he may not even be the backup. He may be the backup's backup, and I don't need to hold on to handcuffs before the NFL draft. So if I can get a potential starter, a flex player, especially if you're in a tight end premium league, you could flex Jonnu Smith the way he was performing last year. I think Jonnu Smith is a very underrated player in Dynasty Fantasy Football because he's being treated as more of a redraft asset, but he really doesn't have the mileage that some of these starting tight ends have. Third is going to be a running back. He's a young guy still on his rookie contract. Tyjae Spears on the Titans, man. He is really, really far down the ranks, and that's what I like about Tyjae Spears. I mean, Tony Pollard probably will be the starter. Spears kind of splits in, but Spears is a good player, and he's an efficient player, especially in a PPR league. And we don't know what that Tennessee offense is going to look like with probably Cam Ward under center. I mean, they got some good offensive line help. They're going to get Cam Ward. Will Levis stinks, man. So who's to say Tennessee doesn't look a little more just sustainable and efficient on offense, which could lead to some more usable pieces out of Tony Pollard, and Tyjae Spears especially. I think Tyjae Spears is going to be involved because he's a good player with the ball in his hands. And especially in a PPR world that we live in a lot of these dynasty leagues, when you get that point for every catch, it adds up a lot, man. You get a 30, 40, 50 catch season out of your running back, and those are just free points in a dynasty league. And I absolutely love that for Tyjae Spears specifically. And so I'm really excited to maybe go get him onto my team. My trade here is, can I do Marvin Mims, who is almost a fair trade, and just anything? Who on top of Marvin Mims on my bench do I not want on my team that I can throw in to get Tyjae Spears onto my roster? I'm not really trying to overthink this one too much. I think that's kind of the way I'm going to look at it, man. Can I use Marvin Mims, a guy who I don't really think has elite upside? I think he's just going to be a piece in that Denver offense. Can I use him to go get Tyjae Spears onto my team? And last but not least, man, one of my favorite wide receivers in the game, Devonta Smith. This dude is just around, man. He's a great wide receiver. He's a little stuck behind AJ Brown, but he produces some league winning and big play weeks that can win you your week from a wide receiver 2 perspective. And should anything happen to AJ Brown, whether he gets hurt, traded, who knows, maybe Devonta Smith goes, man. When it comes down to it, Devonta Smith is good enough to be a top 12 wide receiver. He's just not in the perfect situation, and so he's not being valued like that. And so I totally understand it. But for me, I love talent in Dynasty. Talent is trustworthy, man. And Devonta Smith is as good as they come. Heisman winning wide receiver. You can't say that too much. So my trade idea here is, can I use the allure of a early second, maybe during the rookie draft? Going to pair that with a late second to maybe attack Devonta Smith if I'm looking for wide receiver help. Similar to Odunze here, if you're looking for a wide receiver, I am not afraid to use my picks to trade for guys I trust a little more, just because this class is a little weaker and could be a little weaker, especially draft capital wise. And there could be some excitement for an early second, man. Maybe a running back slips and someone wants one of these guys, and you can use that and then throw in something on top to get Devonta Smith. I mean, Devonta Smith blew up in the championship game last year in fantasy leagues, potentially winning you titles, definitely won me a couple titles. And that's what I like about him, man. He's a big play guy, and he can have some big games from your wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3 slot. But thank you guys for tuning into the video today. I'm Sam. I'm joining the Faceoff channel here. Super stoked. Dynasty expert. If you want more Dynasty content, check out the Faceoff channel. Tons of Dynasty videos. Or going over to my channel, Dynasty Drip. It's going to be linked in the bio. Please hit subscribe to this channel. And if I find you over on Drip, comment where you came from. Hit subscribe as well, man. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you